Talk about lucky. A St. Louis man hits the jackpot twice in one day. He bought two separate Show Me Cash tickets with the same numbers from two different stores, DJ's Package Liquors on Page in St. Louis and a Phillips 66 in Pagedale. Now his prize from his two $1 tickets, get this, $336,000. While the Missouri Lottery pays out big for the winners, the lottery takes in much more than that.
One of our viewers wanted to know what happens to all of that money. Our Chris Davis has the answer in tonight's Verify.
Brian Peck writes, Missouri Lottery continues to advertise how much schools benefit. I'm a teacher and I've never seen or heard of such benefits. I'm curious if districts benefit and how so. Our sources for this story, the Missouri 2019 fiscal year budget and the Missouri Lottery website. According to the 2019 budget, the lottery made $1.4 billion in ticket sales in the 2019 fiscal year. Their operating costs, including paying for the big winnings from the big prizes, were around $1.1 billion. Because of a law passed in 1986, the rest of that money, which is about $326 million, will actually go to Missouri's elementary schools, high schools, and higher education institutions. According to the Missouri Lottery website, $198 million this year went to elementary and high schools. $127 million went to higher education. That makes up about 4% of the state's funding for education. Also on the Missouri Lottery website, you can see how the state legislature allocated that money. Categories include special education initiatives, virtual schools, and various other programs. So we can verify this money is going towards Missouri public education. But let's answer the second part of Brian's question. How do districts benefit? If you go to the Missouri Lottery website, you can actually go to this map and click on the county you want to see. In Brian's case, he works for the Riverview Gardens School District. According to the site, in 2019, the district received just under $200,000 for various programs. Want to explore this map for yourself? We actually have a link to it on the As Seen on TV section on the KSDK app. So we can verify money from the lottery is benefiting public school systems. With your Verify, I'm Chris Davis.
And do you have something you'd like us to verify? Let us know. You can contact the 5 on Your Side Verify team through Facebook, on Twitter, or just by sending an email to verify@ksdk.com.